From a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle is 24 centimeters. So we have a circle, let's say the center is O. From a point Q, the length of the tangent is how many? 24 centimeters. And the distance of Q from the center, is 25 centimeters. Find the radius of the circle. Let's name this as P. Can I say OP is the radius? Yes. OP is perpendicular to QP. Why? OP is perpendicular to QP. Reason? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. Therefore, in triangle OPQ, I can say OQ square is equal to QP square plus OP square. Why? Pythagoras theorem. Please go through it. OQ square 25 square plus equal to QP square 24 square plus OP square is nothing but the R square. 25 square 625. 24 square 596 plus R square. (625 minus 596) equals R square. 49 equals R square. R equals plus or minus 7. We ignore the minus because radius cannot be negative. Therefore, the answer is 7 centimeters. Option A. Question 2. In figure, if TP and TQ are two tangents to a circle with center O, so they have given TP and TQ are two tangents, and angle POQ is 110, angle PO2 is 110, you have to find angle PTQ. What is this angle? OP is perpendicular to TP, OQ is perpendicular to TQ. Why? Radius, tangent. So first we will write that down. Angle OPT is equal to angle OQT equal to 90 degree. Reason? Write in words. Radius is perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. That was your first theorem, 6.1. Okay. So now, in a triangle, and if you add up all the angles, sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of all angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So this is a quadrilateral. So therefore, you can say in PTQO, that's a quadrilateral, angle OPT, starting from this angle, next that, angle PTQ plus next this angle TQO, next this angle QOP is equal to 360 degree. Reason, write down. Sum of all angles in a quadrilateral sum up to 360 degree. Angle OPT 90 degree. Angle PTQ, keep it like that only. You have to find that. TQO 90 degree. QOP 110 degree is equal to 360 degree. 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 110, 290. Angle PTQ plus 290 degree is equal to 360 degree. Send the 290 degree that side. Angle PTQ is equal to 360 degree minus 290. How much is that? Angle PTQ is equal to 70 degree. That's option B. If tangents PA and PB from a point P, from point P, we will draw tangents PA and PB to a circle with center O, are inclined to each other at 180 degree. Inclined means this angle. This angle. So, they are inclined to another at 80 degree. then angle POA is, I want not AOB, I want POA. First I will find AOB, then we'll see what to do about POA. Okay, easy. This is 90, this is 90. So same like how we did the previous sum. What happens? In quadrilateral APBO, 90 degree plus 80 degree plus 90 degree plus angle AOB is 360. I'm going to skip the first two steps. You will write it. In triangle APBO, what happens in triangle APBO? That 90 degree. OAP plus APB plus PBO plus BOA is 360. So, I will directly write 90 plus 80 plus 90 plus angle AOB is 360. 90 plus 90, 180, 180 plus 80, 260. Angle AOB plus 260 degree is equal to 360 degree. Angle AOB is 100 degree. Now we got to know this angle AOB is 100 degree. This full angle is 100 degree. Listen carefully. In so many proofs until now, before we started the exercise, we saw this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Do you remember? Yeah. So if they are congruent, can I say this angle equals this angle? Yes. So we are going to use that now. Carefully listen. In triangle PAO and triangle PBO, PB equals PAY, length of tangents are equal. OA equals OBY, radius. OP equals OPY, common. So SSS, congruency. So I will be quick now. PA equals PBY, length of tangents from an external point are equal. OA equals OBY, radii. OP equals OPY, common. Therefore, triangle PAO is congruent to triangle PBO. SSS congruency. Till here clear? So now by CPCT, can I say this angle equals this angle? How? POA. POA. Angle POA. POA. So I have to go to POB. Equals angle POB. How? CPCT. Angle AOB is equal to AOB, full angle. Can I write it as AOP plus BOP? Yes? These two are equal. These two are equal. POA and AOP is same and they are equal. So now I can write this as 2 angle AOP or POA. Both are same. AOP is same as POA. Okay. What is AOB? We just got it on top. 100 degree. 100 by 2 is equal to POA. Therefore, angle POA is 50 degree. Mark your 50 degree answer in the MCQ. Let us just brush up some lower class basics. If these two lines are parallel and we have a line crossing this, this is called a transversal. What is this called? Transversal. Then these angles are called interior angles. This angle will be equal to this angle. What is it called? Alternate interior angles. Alternate means one this side, and the interior. This angle will be equal to this angle. So first point, alternate interior angles are equal. So for parallel lines, alternate interior angles are equal. Next, if you take one angle inside and one angle outside on the same side, they are called corresponding angles. See, if you take it, let's say here, then who is this one's corresponding angle? This is outside. Inside one will be this. They are equal. So, corresponding angles are equal. So for parallel lines, alternate interior angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal. The other thing that you need to know in parallel lines is co-interior angles, angles on the same side. Let's say this is angle 1 and angle 2. They sum up to 180. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means sum up to 180. These two are co-interior. 3 and 4 will again be co-interior. So 1 plus 2 is 180, 3 plus 4 is 180. So if you have two lines parallel, alternate interior angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, co-interior angles sum up to 180. There are many more, but this is sufficient enough to solve problems. Ulta is also true. If alternate interior angles are equal, lines are parallel. If corresponding angles are equal, lines are parallel. If co-interior angles sum up to 180, lines are parallel. So it works both ways. If it is parallel, this is true. If this is true, lines can be parallel. Is this clear? We will be using this in the next sum. So I hope it's clear. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. So you have a circle of center O. Consider a diameter. Let us say this diameter is xy. Tangents drawn at x and y. Let's call this as AB and PQ. They are parallel. So what all is given? XY is diameter. PQ and AB are tangents. You have to write full, okay? Diameter, okay. Now, you have to prove that those tangents are parallel. You have to prove PQ is parallel to AB. Now, how do we do that? Can I say this angle is 90? Can I also say this angle is 90? Why? OX is perpendicular to PQ. Why? OX is radius, PQ is tangent. OY is perpendicular to AB. Why? OY is radius, AB is tangent. Reasons for both of this? What is the reason? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. Therefore, angle OXQ is equal to angle 90. And that is also 90, angle OYA. Angle OXQ is equal to angle OYA. Alternate interior angles. Angle OXQ is equal to angle OYA. Why? They are equal because of this 90. So since alternate interior angles are equal, the lines are parallel. The tangents, here it is tangents. The tangents are parallel. Question 5. Prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. Let us say we have a circle. Circle has center O. Take a tangent xy. Let P be the point of contact. Now they are telling perpendicular at the point of contact. So now let's draw a perpendicular at the point of contact. That means let's take this as AP is the perpendicular at the point of contact. Okay. You have to show that this AP passes through the center. This line, if you extend it, it passes through the center. That is what we have to show. So let us assume, for now we have to show that, we don't know that. Let's assume this AP, this is not a straight line, we don't know if it's the same line. So we don't know if it's passing the center. But if I join O to P, OP is the radius, yes? So first what will you write down? Write down, consider a circle with center O. Draw a tangent to the circle. Draw a tangent xy to the circle and let the point of contact be P. Let AP be the perpendicular to the tangent. Now, we know that AP is perpendicular to xy because it's given in the question. So, therefore, what is angle APY? Angle APY is 90 degree. Now, OP is the radius. XY is the tangent. Can I say OP is perpendicular to XY? Why? Because radius is perpendicular to tangent. We learnt it in the theorem 6.1. If OP is perpendicular to tangent, can I say this is also 90? Therefore, angle OPY is 90 degree. Angle OPY is 90 degree, angle YPA is 90 degree. If you add them, what do you get? OPY plus APY is equal to what? 90 plus 90, 180. That means what? These two angles form a linear pair. If the angles sum up to 180, they form a linear pair. That means OPA are collinear. They form a straight line. This implies that OPA is collinear. OPA is collinear. If OPA is collinear, that means OA is a single line. Agreed? So this AP, this perpendicular, passes through the center. Therefore, AP passes through O. Or conclusion, the perpendicular passes to the center of the circle at the point of contact. I hope this part is clear. In detail, I am telling you again, if you want exactly to prove what is given and you want all that statements with brackets, I am speaking here and you are writing. If you want word to word, please refer to the NCERT section and keep that as reference to verify if your answers are perfectly correct. In my videos, in the lecture series, we are explaining the logic. We are not going in detail of what to write. I am telling you what to write, but I am not writing it here. So, in detail, if you want what's written in the brackets, why is it like that? Same thing what I'm telling, it's given in the notes as well. So keep the notes as a reference. Question 6. The length of a tangent from a point A, there's a point A here, the length of the tangent from a point A at a distance 5 centimeters from the center of a circle. So this point A is at a distance of 5 centimeters from the circle. So the length of the tangent from a point A at a distance of 5 centimeters of the circle is 4 centimeters. What is 4 centimeters? The length of the tangent. Find the radius of the circle. Easy. Let this be P. Join O to P. We know that OP is perpendicular to AP. Why? Because radius is perpendicular to tangent. So this is 90. In triangle APO, we can say AO square is equal to AP square plus PO square. Reason? Pythagoras theorem. AO square 5 square, AP square 4 square, PO square we have to find. That's the radius. 5 square 25 is equal to 16 plus PO square. PO square is equal to 9. PO is equal to plus or minus 9. Ignore the minus because it cannot be negative. What cannot be negative? The radius cannot be negative. Therefore, the radius is 3 centimeters. Question 7. Two concentric circles are of radii 5 centimeters and 3 centimeters. So, we have two circles. One is of radii 5 centimeters and the other is of radii 3 centimeters. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. We have done a question before just like this. Chord of larger circle touches the smaller circle. It looks something like this. Do you remember? This was actually done where After we did theorem 6.1, we did a small note on understanding that if you have a circle and you have a chord, if you have a circle and you have a chord, so you can drop so many lines, correct? This line that passes through the center and is perpendicular to the chord bisects the chord. Do you remember? Yes. So, perpendicular passing through the center bisects the chord. Perpendicular to a chord that also passes through the center bisects the chord. We did this. I hope you remember. Okay. So now we know that this is, let's say, is O. So let's say the chord here is AB. This is P. Okay. So now OP is the radius of the smaller circle. How much? 3 centimeters. This bigger circle 5 centimeters. Can I find AP? Yes. So let's say this is circle C1 and this is circle C2. In C1, OP is the radius. AB is the tangent. So what can I say? OP is perpendicular to AB. So angle OPA is 90 degree. In triangle OAP, OA square is equal to OP square plus AP square. 5 square is equal to 3 square plus AP square. Solve this, you will get AP as 4. You know how to solve, it's very easy, so I'm not going to do this here. So you got AP as 4 centimeters. You'll get plus or minus 4. You ignore minus because radius cannot be negative. Okay. So 4 centimeters we got. Now what to do? Now we are going to use the note. What is the note? If the point that we understood from your lower classes, we recapped it. If you have AB as a chord, the line passing through the center and that is perpendicular to the chord bisects the chord. So we are going to use this now. So in circle C2, AB is the chord. In C2, AB is the chord. AB is the chord and OP is perpendicular because we just proved it. OP is perpendicular. Chord and perpendicular that also passes through the center, yes? Okay, so can I say AP equals PB? Why? Write down. Perpendicular to the chord, perpendicular to the chord that also passes through the center, bisects the chord. Yes. So now we have AP equals PB. We know AP equals 4 centimeters. So what is AB now? AB is 4 plus 4, 8 centimeters. How? Because AB is AP plus PB. AB is AP plus PB. So you get 4 plus 4, 8 centimeters. That's the length of the chord required. A quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Circumscribe means it's outside the circle. See, this is circumscribing, it's outside the circle. It's covering the circle. So circumscribing the circle. Prove that AB plus CD, let me mark it. See here, AB plus CD, so this is AB and this is CD. AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. Now how do we do this? It's related to length of tangents, but the way you write it matters. Let me explain why. So now, can I say AS is equal to AP? Yes. So I will write all the yellow parts on the LHS, all the other parts on the RHS. Observe, yellow parts on the LHS. So so now AP is equal to AS. Come to the next point. BP is equal to BQ. Should I write BQ is equal to BP, or should I write BP equals BQ? How will you write it? The way you write matters. I want the yellow parts on my LHS. Who's belonging to the yellow part? BP or BQ? BP. So take the BP on the LHS. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. So now we finished AB. Now go to C. CR is equal to CQ. I can write it as CR equals CQ, or I can write CQ equals CR. I want the yellow parts on my LHS. Who's the yellow? CR. So put CR first. DS is equal to DR. I want the yellow part on the LHS. Who's the yellow? DS or DR? DR. So DR is equal to DS. Reason for all this? Length of tangent from an external point, lengths of tangent from an external point are equal. Nothing. Now just add everything. Adding above equations. AP plus BP plus CR plus DR is equal to AS plus BQ plus CD or CQ, BQ, CQ, DS. Carefully observe. AP plus BP, AB. CR plus DR, CD, CD. AS plus SD. So choose AS and SD. It gives you AD. The remaining sides left, BQ plus CQ gives us BC. The important thing to note in this question is, if you choose CQ equals CR and you interchange it and make this CQ and CR and you try to add these sides, you will not get the same side. That's why it matters how you arrange it, and then, which is why CR equals CQ will only give you the resultant sides. Question 9. In the figure, XY and XY dash are two parallel tangents to a circle with center O. So what have they given in this question? XY is parallel to XY dash, X dash Y dash. XY, X dash Y dash are tangents, and another tangent AB. So all these are tangents. Prove that angle AOB is 90. You have to prove this angle is 90. We'll just do one small construction in this. Join O to C. Okay. So what do you have to prove? We have to prove angle AOB is 90 degree. Okay, now understand carefully. These two lines are parallel. AB is a tangent. So AB acts like a transversal. Can I say this angle plus this angle is 180? Why? We learned it in the previous lecture. If you have two parallel lines and you have a transversal, co-interior angles sum up to 180. Co-interior angles are supplementary. We did it under the basics. So, XY and XY dash are parallel lines. AB behaves like a transversal. This angle plus this angle sum up to 180. So, very easy. See, in such geometrical questions, if you simply see a question, you won't be able to decide and know what to do. You have to practice to know the technique. So here, XY is parallel to XY dash, X dash Y dash given. So taking AB as a transversal, angle PAC plus angle QBC is equal to 180 degree. Why? Co-interior angles are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. They are not equal. If this is 60, this is 120. If this is 80, this is 100. They are not equal. They can be equal, but they definitely, you cannot say 100% they equal. So we can't say they are 90-90. We just know that it's 180-180. Now what to do? Understand this. See, I have PAC, but I want to find this angle. I want only this triangle OAB. So I am worried only about this angle OAC. I don't care about PAC. I am worrying about OAC. So we will try to find the relation between this and this. See how? Take these two triangles. Take these two triangles. Okay. So now, in triangle OPY and OCA, OP equals OC. Why? Radii. Next, OY equals OY. Why? This is OPA. Y is outside, so cut. So now, in these two triangles that we just selected, OPA and OCA. So in triangle OPA and triangle OCA, see, what do we know? OP is equal to OC. Why? Radius. OA is equal to OA, common. AP is equal to AC. Why? Length of a tangent from external point are equal. So let's write that down. OP, yes, OP is equal to OC. Next, AP is equal to AC. This is radii. This is length of tangent. Next, OA is equal to OA, common. So can I say the two triangles are congruent? Yes. Who is congruent to whom? Please, whenever you follow congruent, follow this rule. Don't go by the naming. See who is equal to whom. Single line, double line, common. Single line, double line, common. So I am going to OPY. So triangle OPY is congruent to single line, double line, common. So who's single here? This is single? No, this. Single line, double line, common. So this is how you should name. Single line, double line, common. OCA. So triangle OCA. OPY, this Y is an external point. It's OPA, not Y. Y? Yeah. Yeah. This Y is external, okay? We're talking about this point A. So it's not Y, it's A. Which congruency? SSS congruency. Now can I say this angle is equal to this angle? Yes. What is that angle? PAO. Let me just shift this Y. It's confusing. Okay. PAO. Angle PAO is equal to, see, PAO. PAO. So here it will be CAO. Is it CAO? Yes. That means your naming is correct. By CPCT. Agreed? Exactly what we did here. Similarly, this side you can do. And I can say QBO is equal to CBO. Yes. So write down. Similarly, angle QBO is equal to angle CBO. Yes. So now we know that PAC, this whole angle plus this whole angle is 180. Correct. So we are going to use that. Carefully see. Call this as equation 1. This is equation 2 and this is equation 3. Let us see what we're going to do with it now. So now we have not yet reached angle AOB is 90. We have to prove it. So let's take this triangle OAB. In triangle OAB, angle AOB plus angle OAB plus angle CBO is 180. Why? Angle sum property. This is OBA or OBC, anything, is equal to 180. Write down the reason. Angle sum property. Now, can I write OAB as half of PAC? Yes, I can do that. Correct. So, can I write this as AOB plus half of PAC plus OBA can be written as half of QBC. Why? Because from equation 2 and 3, we already know that, once again, from equation 2 and 3, we already know that this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle. So, this whole angle PAC is nothing but half. This OAC is half of PAC. See, if this whole angle is x, this is half x. Correct? Just like that. So now take half common. I took half common is equal to 180. From how did we do this half part? You have to write out in brackets here. Now the figure is clear, so I'll just erase it because I don't have space. So how did we get this half part here? From equation 2 and 3. Now, what is PAC plus QBC? 180. We just proved it from equation 1. So I can write half into 180 is equal to 180. How? From equation 1. So now angle AOB plus half into 180, 90 is equal to 180. Send the 90 this side, 180 minus 90, 90. So therefore, angle AOB is equal to 90 degree, hence proved.